Principle number 4 is walking or movement. As Don teaches all the time, life is movement, and if you don't use it, you'll lose it. And that's the reality. I mean, if we don't move our bodies over time and distance, our muscles are going to weaken, our joints are going to start to creak and crack, and we're going to lose our agility and our flexibility. And so it's just so important that we do the absolute foundational exercise of walking. Our body is meant to walk. It's a constitution, the cross-patterning movement. It stimulates digestion. It helps us to build, just a strong physical frame. And the reality is that our legs form part of our foundation, the basement. And so if we're physically able to walk, we should. And even if it's painful to start with. So you need to find it within yourself to walk at least 30 to 45 minutes every single day. I'd highly recommend in the morning if you can, because that's the best time when your senses are at their most alert. Get outside in the fresh air, enjoy the morning sun, and really get those steps in before you start your day. Is just so important. Obviously, if we don't walk enough, we're going to start to suffer from depression, which obviously leads to a lack of self-esteem, a lack of self-worth. We're going to gain weight. We're going to have poor digestion, weak muscles, and start to develop, cardiovascular disease, high blood pressure, and those sorts of things. So walk at least for 30 to 45 minutes each day, in the morning and outside if you can. Add resistance or low impact exercise. So if you've got your walking down pat, then start to experiment and add some extra layers to it. It could be swimming, it could be cycling, it could be Pilates, it could be yoga. It could be, interval training, it could be circuit, wherever it is that you are in your own physicality and your own ability. Just choose a level that you're comfortable with. You can stretch yourself a little bit, but choose a level ultimately that you can stay consistent with, so that you don't come up with those excuses that are so easy for us, to steer away from doing the basics right. And treat movement like brushing your teeth. And it's kind of a mantra that I have in my own quiet space, that, I don't go a day without doing some form of movement. And I just pretty much treat it the same as brushing my teeth, morning and night. And without that movement, my day's not the same. I don't feel good. And, I'm not mentally focused. I don't feel good within my own skin. So it just gets to a point where you start to know that the things you should be doing, and as it becomes a habit, it becomes a discipline, and it just stays with you forever. And so I'd really encourage you to do those little things right and then build on it from there, particularly when it comes to movement.